Welcome back to the seventh episode of Steelheads tonight. Um, the last week of hockey for the Steelheads, they went 1-2 over the weekend. All week, I guess. Guelph, they lost 5-2. Ice Dogs, they lost 4-2, and then they won against Saginaw 4-1 on Saturday. First off, Jason, let's talk about the school day game. Guelph came out hot and running, scoring
Yes, they
five
did.
goals. The Steels two. Um,
The energy was there though. The crowd was the kids were very into the game. They were enjoying every minute of it, which is good. I love to see stuff like that. Like young people enjoying the game and stuff like that. Always fun
yeah,
to see.
it, yeah. You could tell that the Storm were a little bit more energized. They woke up on the right side of the bed for that early morning game on the Wednesday. Not saying the Steelheads didn't, but the score would tell us otherwise that the Steelheads
Yeah,
didn't.
they
But
it would.
uh, goal scorers for the Steelheads on Wednesday were Zabeski, who scored his seventh at the time, and Sherratt, who scored his 13th. Um, but other than those two goals, Guelph was all over them.
Yeah, the Gulf Storm obviously, like you said, alluded to the fact of they woke up on the wrong side of the right side of the bed. My mistake. And they're and they're definitely a stronger team than they were last year. The Storm, like even though they did trade Jet Luchenko like a few weeks ago now, but they're still a very strong team. And obviously they're going to be hosting the Memorial Cup in 2027. And
Yeah.
obviously they want to like I think they want to prove something now. They want to be like, hey, we're not just going to get in. We want to at least make the playoffs when we are hosting the Memorial Cup in 2027. Like we're not
Over.
going to be that. We don't want to be that kind of team that doesn't make the playoffs and then automatically it's like, oh yeah, we're here, we're ready to play for the Memorial Cup after like
Yeah.
however many days of rest.
Yeah. Exactly. You don't want to be that kind of team, but it happens.
Yeah, Windsor Spitfires are a good example when they won it all. I can't remember what year it was, but they had like 50 plus days off, and then they just come in on all rested while the other three teams were, I wouldn't say exhausted, but they were
But
definitely burned out a little bit.
it would still be hard for Windsor though. Like, yeah, they had 50 days off, but they had zero games.
Yeah, that is very true as well.
You can only play inter squad games so many times before you get tired of facing each other.
Yeah,
So,
that is, yeah,
um, let's go to Friday, Niagara. Steelheads look good for the first 40 minutes. Well, I'd
yeah,
say 50 minutes, and then within the last 10 minutes, they just collapsed.
yeah. It was a big
When
collapse, that's for sure.
Bowen tried to play the puck and didn't get back in the net in time, and
Yeah,
Niagara scored there, and then the floodgates opened. Niagara scored four unanswered goals in the third period within the last 10 minutes of the game.
yeah.
Um,
It sucks
which,
because they were playing so well up to that point in the game, and then it's just like it was almost like I don't want to say this, but it was like when Bowen made that mistake. It's like the team thought, why the heck did you do that kind of thing?
well, I told you, I don't remember if you remember, but when I told you that when he played the puck like that, I said, okay, they're losing now. Like,
Yeah, you
there's
did say that.
there's no reason for that to happen. I
No,
know
there
it's showing,
isn't.
but at the same time, you are told if you're going to be playing the puck, get back into the
Yeah,
net as fast as you can, and he dawdled back into the net because he was trying to. It looked like the puck got stolen from him, and then he was trying to steal
yeah,
it back when he should have been trying to get back into the net.
yeah, yeah, and that's the big thing. Like, obviously, goalies playing the puck obviously is a bigger thing in the game now. Like, I would say you see it all the time. Like, well, like, but I'm not sure if you could say like 20 years ago it wasn't as like a common thing. Like, goalies would play the puck, but it wouldn't be like a big deal. Like, they wouldn't be playing it every time it came by them,
Right.
like in a dump in situation.
Yeah.
They'd leave it be and then let the defenders get to it.
Yeah, and that's how it should still be. Like they overplay it now. I think.
Yeah, it's overplayed. Yeah, we've
But
seen so many goalies nowadays play the puck a little too much, and it comes back and bite, and like it comes back and haunts them. Like we've seen many times, and like in the NHL as well, we've seen goalies play the puck, and then the ensuing player, like they think their teammates one of the guys, and it's like nope, it's the other team, and then they're able to steal the puck and have an easy goal.
well, not only just goalie playing the puck, but offensive zone giveaways as
Yeah,
well. We've seen
Very
that
co yeah, very
lots and
common.
lots of time come back and bite the team in the butt. Um, but on Friday, Zabeski scored again for his eighth for the first goal, and Julian Demiglio scored his eighth as well. Um, I thought it was a good 50 minutes of play, but the last 10
Yeah.
minutes weren't so good. Again, they got to work to play a full 60
Yes.
consistently.
Hmm.
Like,
It's about consistency at the end of the day.
like
That's
you
what
have
that's
a
what I
good,
think. You gotta be consistent.
you have a good 2 games where you play a full 60, then you have like 3 or 4 where you don't. So
Yeah.
you need to find that consistency of always playing a full
Yeah.
60.
Yeah.
Um,
100%.
Saturday was the Steelheads Teddy Bear Toss.
Always a very fun game to
Very
attend.
popular game to attend, very fun to attend. Luke Johnson got the start, which was a surprise, but not really a surprise considering
Yeah.
how
Back to back games.
also considering how Friday night went. So it was
Yeah.
good to see him start, and he got his first OHL victory as well.
Yeah. I love seeing stuff like that.
Steelheads came up on top on Saturday, winning 4-1. Josh Avery scored 2 goals, but
Yep.
the big goal was his first, where he let the teddy bears fly.
Yep. And that's always a fun thing to see. You're always curious. It's always not a bet necessarily, but everyone's saying it's like who do you think? It's like who do you think which player's gonna do it kind of thing, and everyone will say they're the player they think is gonna do it. And obviously, with us, we always want to predict the guy you'd least expect to do it.
Exactly. We like the underdog for those
Yeah.
kind of
When
things.
We saw Lucas Demiglio was called back up. It's like imagine your first OHL goal being a teddy bear toss goal.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a better game for the Steelheads, winning 4-1. Like I said, Avery scored 2. Arda scored 1, and Kieran Witkowski scored
Got an
the
empty netter
empty.
on a
Uh,
redirection as well. Like he shot the puck, and then it was like one of the Saginaw Spirit players hit it down. I'm like, oh, oh, that's going wide, but it still went in the net. I'm like, oh, nice, almost like a trick shot.
very, very physical game uh,
Yes,
on Saturday. Seeing Hayden Barch of Saginaw get kicked out 19 seconds in for a major check to the head.
yeah. Manny Amato getting a start. With the Steelheads, we always see a consistent basis of guys who are start in the starting lineup. And JR decided to switch it up for this game, to maybe rally, make an impact right away, in a different way. And you obviously hate seeing a guy like Manny Amato get hit like that because we're waiting for him to turn things around because he's been consistent but we're looking for him to score more because we know he's capable of doing that. And we thought oh, he's starting today, maybe that gives him an extra, he's in the starting lineup, maybe that gives him an extra boost, motivation to be hey, let's try and score,
Going
let's try and score.
But yeah, like 19 seconds in, you lose a motto. Saginaw loses Hayden Barch for the major for the check to the head. Um, and then towards the end of the period, we haven't seen this before, where there was been two
Yeah,
major
two ejections in the same
ejections in the
period.
first period. When Damian Franklin um, got the 5-minute major for cross checking. Um,
Yeah, cross check Jakob Fibberger in the face. And obviously they set that standard now, obviously, with everything that happened with
that-
Dragusika.
yeah.
They've
Um,
set the standard. It's like anything up high, you're done.
I wouldn't want to be the teammate who served those penalties because it was the same guy that served both
Was it
of
the
those
same?
five.
Oh man. Well,
So
you know where that guy stands on the totem pole with the head coach.
yeah, but you also look at how much do those two players owe him for serving those two penalties. Um,
Yeah, they considering the Steelheads didn't really score on either of those 5 minute power plays, I think they at least owe him a nice steak dinner.
yeah, I'd say something at least
Yeah, a
because,
nice steak dinner. Yeah,
but yeah, like you said, having two 5-minute major penalties or power plays, and you can only score 1 goal, and that was when it was a 5-on-3 for
yeah.
to start the game.
Well, if the
But
Steelheads ended up losing that game, we would talk about it more. But since they won, it's not really
relevant. but
that big of a deal because they won. If it was like if they lost 5-4, for example, I feel like it would be like, oh, they should have been able to capitalize on those power plays. But since they won 4-1, it's like, okay, let's still try and improve that power play, but good job on the win tonight, boys.
yeah, I mean the power play still needs to work no matter what
Yeah.
because there's no you should at least score at least one goal or two goals on those two major penalties, but you can
Oh,
only score
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
um again right now. Gabe Sherrod's still leading the team in goals with 13. Fibber is leading them with points with 24. Um, we're starting to see more life out of Zabeski. Um, DeMiglio, Patton's still playing well. Um, Stankoven, who's been scratched the last two games, was
Yeah,
playing.
hopefully he's back on this upcoming road swing for the Steelheads.
Hamilton played one game that got scratched again. Um, and then McGregor, who got the game off on Wednesday, didn't play too bad Friday, Saturday. The joke was that he scored last Friday, so he got grounded for Wednesday. That was our joke, but I don't think that was the reason behind it.
No, it was probably like a maintenance thing in all honesty.
Yeah,
Like for because like obviously in like the higher up in the leagues, you don't play 11 a.m. games at all. You don't play 11 a.m.
yeah, unless you're the captain.
Yeah, unless you're the captain. Like, and obviously, like I can't remember if McGregor Richmond played in the school day games last season. I'm pretty sure he did. But at the same time, it's like that's a lot for a player because they're used to a routine where it's like the earliest game, and especially in the O, your earliest game is a 2 p.m. game.
Yeah. Well, we look back at the standings again. In the East Division, Brantford has a 3 point lead over Ottawa for first place. Ottawa
But
has
they have
10.
multiple. The thing with Brantford now is though we're not talking about how they haven't lost to regulation anymore because the
Yep,
Steelheads
lost.
and Generals have
Yeah,
both beat them at this point.
yeah. Peterborough's 10 points behind Ottawa for second. Kingston has 24 points, so they're in fourth, 10 points behind Peterborough. And Oshawa is in last in the East with 18 points. So they could start either selling or trying to make a run again, but we'll see what
I do
happens.
think that the Generals are kind of similar to what the Steelhead situation is this season though. I feel like they know they got talent on their team. It's just can they make it work kind of thing.
Yeah,
And obviously they still got obviously I think they have more like nothing against our Steelheads, but they have more stars on their team in the on the Generals. And it's just like it's almost like at this point like okay, what's the problem at this point? Like why aren't we performing kind of thing.
yeah.
They
For
still
the
got
Cent
like even though they got trade like Danford and Sandhu and stuff like that, they still got a solid amount of guys who are still on that OHL final team against the
yeah,
Knights.
for the Central Division, Barrie leads the Central with 37 points. North Bay is behind them with 32. And then Niagara is in third with 27 points. Still has 27 points as well, but Niagara
Yeah, Niagara
has
only has played 26 games this year, and
yeah,
the
three
Steel
games.
everyone else in the Central has played 29, which is at some point you know that's going to catch up, not catch up to the Ice Dogs, but there's going to be some points where the Ice Dogs are playing and everyone else in the Central's not.
Yeah. And then we have Sudbury in fifth with 19 points. For the Midwest Division, Kitchener leads the division with 38 points. Owen's down behind them with 36. London right there, right behind O Sound with 35. Then Guelph, who I will admit is doing a lot better than last year with 32 points
Yeah,
through 29 games. And Erie has 24 points. And then for the West Division, very close division. Windsor's in first with 44 points. Flint right behind them at 43. Then the Sioux is at 36. Saginaw has 24, and Sarnia is at the end with 18. If you're looking at the conference, the two teams on the outside looking in on the east are Sudbury and Oshawa. Um,
yeah.
and in the west, it would be Saginaw and Sarnia. But no team is really out of it until we get to
No,
February, really.
the fact that in the O only four teams don't make it, it's like you just need to go on a solid run if you're one of the last two teams in the conference.
Yeah.
Like you just need to go on a winning on a good winning streak and hope other teams lose. The teams you want to lose lose.
exactly. So now let's talk about the our favorite discussion that we realized over the last week was the brotherly connections that the Steelheads have.
Yes.
Um, we got the Patton brothers, Troy and Quinn.
Yeah, and obviously Quinn's not up yet, but I hope that he gets called up at some point. I'm not sure if it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be this season, but I hope that. And Troy Patton is still pretty young, so I think he still has a few years left. So I'm hoping that at some point we can see the Patton brothers play together.
Yeah, we also have the Green brothers for a
Yep, for
season.
Kurt. Yep, for a
And
season because David Green's going to NCAA next year. The older
we al-
Green brother, that is.
we also have the Demiglios
Yes,
and the Witkowski brothers. So
Bukowski. Yeah,
JR likes the brotherly connections here in Brampton. Mind you,
yeah,
he also liked it in Mississauga when we had the McLeod brothers there for a little bit. But
yeah.
I would go back to this year. He really likes the brother connections because he sees how the older sibling has played and wants to give the younger sibling a chance, I guess.
Yeah. Well, they drafted Peter Green in the last draft, and then they traded
Yeah.
for his brother because he wasn't really getting any playing time on the. I can't remember what team they got him from, but he was getting like no playing time.
I can't remember what team it was, but
I want to
he's
say
been getting more.
Sarnia, but I don't think I'm right.
I don't. He's been getting more playing time with the Steelheads. He's been on a line with his brother for the most
Yeah,
part.
which is fun
Um,
to see. Which is fun to see. Obviously, when you get to play with your hockey with your brother, that's obviously a fun thing to do.
yeah. But yeah, the brotherly connection is strong in Brampton. We'll see what happens moving forward if there's any more set of brothers to be together. But let's talk about our favorite thing to talk about, World Juniors. Canada released their training camp roster yesterday,
They
um,
did.
and we see two former Steelheads on it, with goaltender Jack Ivankovic and Porter Martone reunited again with Team Canada. Um, Carter George is back with the goaltending, and they've also invited Joshua Ravensbergen. Um, for defense, they have Kishan Atkinson, Jackson Smith, Harrison Brunick, Carls, Cameron Reed, Ethan McKenzie, Leaf prospect Ben Danford, uh, Zane Park,
Peric.
Eric,
Peric. That's how I
um,
think you pronounce it. Peric.
Eden,
I'm sorry if we mispronounce any of these names.
Eaton Burha. Then the forwards, the San Jose Sharks lent down Michael Misa, um, Braden Coots, Gavin McKenna, who we kind of thought would be on the team. Uh,
Yes, we did. He's one of the best prospects for Canada. So
we have Joe Iginla's son as well.
that Tej, I think is first how you pronounce it.
Carter Bear, um, another Toronto connection playing for the Bulldogs, Jake O'Brien. Then also from the Bulldogs again, Jet Luchenko, um, Cole Rishi, or yeah, sorry pronunciation. You're from the University of North Dakota, so haven't really heard of you yet. Um, Sam O'Reilly plays for London. Liam Greentree from Windsor. Um, Caleb Denors from Moncton. Cole Baudouin, Baudou, something French, I would think.
Yeah, it's I think it's Baldu.
Plays from Barrie. Brady Martin and Michael Hage from Mississauga, Ontario, who plays for University of Michigan. Um, so that's their training camp roster. We'll see
Yeah, I will
what
say I was
happens.
honestly surprised Ryerson Leanders wasn't invited to camp because he was having
Well,
such an amazing season up to
that
this point.
that's a good argument to make with the three goalies, right? Like you invited um Ravensbergen, who I don't know his stats because um obviously he plays in the W, so I don't know his stats. I know Leaders has been playing really well. Um, but at the end of the day, it's the hunter's choice,
Yep.
and they chose to go that way, which is fine. Their
Yeah,
team,
nothing can be worse than the Dave Cameron decisions from last season, from last
yeah,
World Juniors. Some of those
uh,
decisions were very questionable.
yeah. Um, Another steelhead who's going to the World Juniors, at least to training camp, is Jakub Bibiger for Team Czechia. This would be his second time if he makes it going to the World Juniors. He was there last year,
Yep,
and
won a
he
bronze medal.
hopes to do better than bronze this year. We'll take silver over an Canada Czechia gold medal.
That's the hope, isn't it? Like we
I
need to
mean,
at least after two straight World Juniors without medaling, it's like you need to get a medal this year. It's
and I prefer gold. Gold is always the top prize that you want to get. But
obviously.
any medal, but preferably gold.
Hey, get to the gold medal game, then you're guaranteed a medal,
Yeah. Um,
even though the other one you don't really want.
no. So our Steelheads 3 stars of the week, mine are going to be my third star, Luke Johnson, first OHL win. Um, Zabesky's my second star, and Josh Avery will be my first star this week.
My third star is Joshua Avery because he had a really good game for Teddy Bear Toss. We're finally seeing that potential that we saw early on in his Steelheads career, so that's obviously awesome to see. My second star is Mason Zabeski. Obviously, he captained the team very well this week. Obviously, we would have loved to see 2 wins, but obviously, you obviously hyped up the boys after that collapse against Niagara to win against Saginaw. My first star is Luke Johnson, first OHL win. You never forget a win at your first win at any level, so it's awesome to see. We've been waiting for it. We thought he deserved it when he lost in the overtime frame last time, which was which sucked because he played so well that game. But
Yep.
obviously, he played well against Saginaw, and he got his win. And it was awesome just to see on like Instagram and like all social medias how the team was celebrating his first OHL win with the silent treatment, and then all celebrating with him, which was awesome.
Yeah. For this week, the Steelheads are on the road. They go to North Bay on Thursday to face the Battalion. Then they go to Sault Ste. Marie on the Friday, and then fingers crossed, Jason. We're supposed to be
Yep,
they're going to
we're
Sudbury
supposed
on
to be going to
Sunday.
Sudbury,
We're supposed to be
weather
going there
permitting.
too, but also depend on the
Whether
weather.
it's all weather permitting at this point.
But
We're hoping no snow.
yeah, because we want to go
We
cheer on
want to
the.
go so bad. We want to go see our Steelheads in Sudbury. We've been trying to travel for to all sorts of different arenas to see the Steelheads. We've gotten to go to Guelph, but I think that's it so far. We're going to be going to
Got
Oshawa at
yeah,
Kitchener.
Kitchener and Oshawa lined up.
Yep,
Um,
for when the new year comes around.
yes. Um, our Steelheads alum this week, um, is Angus McDonnell. He came over from Sarnia with Porter Martone. Um, in his junior career, he wasn't always healthy.
No,
Um,
but when he was in the lineup, he was a impact player.
yeah, for sure. Like with the Steelheads, when he came over in 2022, 23, in 31 games with the Steelheads, he had 17 goals, 7 assists, 24 points. So coming over halfway through a season and putting up those kind of numbers is fantastic. Then in his first full season with the Steelheads, 61 games, 32 goals, 30 assists for 62 points. Um, then last year, in limited playing time, 46 games because of injuries,
Yep,
27 goals, 27 assists for 54 points. Um,
and he still plays for the Steelheads for all intents and
he
purposes.
he does still play for the Steelheads, not the Brandon Steelheads anymore, but the Idaho Steelheads in the ECHL. In 17 games with the Idaho Steelheads, he has 4 goals and 5 assists. So he traded one Steelheads logo
For another.
for another. So kind of funny to see that because not you don't usually see players. who play their junior team in the OHL or WHL or QMJHL, whatever. But not only does he play for the Steelheads in his junior, now he's playing for the Steelheads in his professional career, which is
Yeah,
kind of funny.
yeah, it is.
Um, but yeah, like he was good with the Steelheads. He was always there to stick up for his teammates.
Yeah,
Um,
the one I always think about is when they're playing North Bay a few years ago in the playoffs, and I think he was fed up. Like he wanted to like ignite the team early on because like it seemed like very quickly into the game he was already fighting, and it's like and we like made the joke like he's not taking anything. Like if he's not t fooling around, like he's
he
standing
means
up for
business.
his teammates. Like he
Yeah,
wants this win so badly that he wants to push this game to a seven. I think it was game
yeah,
six. I
and you can see the heartbreak on him on his face last year when they couldn't get past Oshawa, but
Yeah,
because he knew that was the
they
final
you
chance,
know
right?
they believed in themselves as a group. Like I'm not saying they were gonna make it all the way, but they believed in themselves as a group.
Yeah,
And obviously, you think about that like hug between JR and Porter, and then it's like it was almost like a hug, like almost like thanks for what you did, man. Like we'll see you. We'll hope to see you next season. But it also was a hug, like if you stay, I'll get you help,
yeah,
kind of thing. Like it was like one of those things. Like it was almost like a selling point almost for JR. And obviously, Porter went on to NCAA, which it's his decision. I'm not gonna
yeah.
if he
We
thinks he
can't
needs
fight.
NCAA to develop, good for you. Like thank you for your time as a Steelhead. We wish you nothing but the best in NCAA.
Yeah, exactly. Like nothing we can do about that. It was his
Yeah, it
choice. He wanted to
was his
do,
choice at
which
the
is
end of the
fine.
day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but as we move forward, you gotta try and be a better team still. So we'll see what
yeah.
happens over
And
this next.
we're seeing glimpses of what this Steelheads team could be. It's just they need to put it all together.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens over this next week of hockey. Next week's episode will be featured or doing our Still as alumni would be Ryan McLeod. So stay tuned for that. Um, but yeah, Steelheads hockey this week. We'll see what happens. Hopefully they can go 2-1. That would be the ideal situation.
Hey, also would be 3-0 would be awesome though.
3-0 would be fantastic, but 2-1 will be just as good.
And we're
Um,
expecting a chippy game against Sudbury because that's
yeah,
always a very physical game.
yeah. So we'll see what happens this week. Sudbury should be fun. Um, but we'll see what happens. Um, our next episode will be next week. We're gonna do one episode a week now. It's been kind of crazy for us to try and do two because when there's the one game during the week, it's kind of hard to
Yeah, it's
find
kind of hard
topics to
to
talk about
yeah
for the second episode. So we'll stick to doing
one
one episode
episode per
a week.
week.
So we'll see you all next week. Thank you all for watching and have a good week.